all time. Right. It is an honor. Thank you.
Great to be here.
One of the greatest coaches, one of the greatest people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? One of the greatest representatives for us, and we all appreciate and love you, buddy.
Class personified. And
that's the gospel.
And Michael, he's with us on MLK Day, so maybe that makes it extra special.
It makes perfect sense, buddy.
All right, ready to talk some football here?
Yes.
Tony, which team do you think has the edge tonight?
Well, I really do think the Bucs have the edge because
That's the crowd approves.
and here's why though. Here's why. The Dallas Cowboys, all they've heard for the last week is, oh, your playoff record, oh, this, you haven't done it, and the Bucs have Tom Brady. But as we all know, it still is going to take place out on that field. And the Cowboys have some talented people. I think it's going to be a great game.
You know, Coach, it is going to be a great game. I actually think the Dallas Cowboys have better talent. They should be favored. It's all the truth. But here's what I've tried to tell people for the last several hours. So I'm going to echo this sentiment in front of the great Tony Dungy. You see, I'm not telling you that the Cowboys are going to beat the Bucs. I'm telling you the Cowboys are going to beat themselves. It's what they do. Somehow, some way, no matter what's going on, they find a way to get in their own way. And I have to believe, going up against Tom Brady, the only hope the Dallas Cowboys have is to blow out Tampa, and we know that ain't going to happen.
And Coach, you know how much we love and respect, Coach. So I just want to dig into this, Coach. When you say they have the advantage, I mean, I got, 3 eyes on a name, 2 on my head. I put all 5 eyes on it, I ain't see it. I just want to, how do you see that the Bucs have an advantage when you saw the season that they had, Coach?
Oh, I think just the mental advantage. I don't think they have physical advantage.
Okay, I got you.
And you know this.
7-0, Tom's undefeated against Cowboys, all of that.
When you go in the playoffs, and my first team here with the Buccaneers, we went to the playoffs for the first time in 1997, and I had to get across to them. Playoff, it's not different. You don't have to elevate your game. You just have to be able to do what you do when the stakes are the highest. And that's what playoff football is all about. If Dallas does that, if they do what they can do, they're much talented enough to win this game.
But you gave Tampa Bay the edge. Isn't it true, Coach, that what this really comes down to is Tom Brady versus Dak Prescott, and you believe in Tom Brady?
No. They'll have a big part of it, but this is a 53-man game, and it's going to be a 53-man game tonight, and everybody has to be a factor. You got to go out there and play your position and do it well, and you've got to get 11 guys at a time functioning. Which team is going to do that? And you're right. Your point is well taken. The Bucs haven't done that every game all year. We've seen situations where they haven't run the ball well. They haven't defended well. Now, can they ramp it back up, playoffs, and get it all together? They've got a lot of their defenders are back, and that's going to help them. They've got their group back. Ryan Jensen back. The offensive line solid.
Can I transition? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but we only have you for a short time, so I have more questions I want to ask you. So we know the winner of this game is obviously going to play the Niners. Which team would be a tougher opponent when we're looking ahead to playing San Francisco? Is it Dallas or is it Tampa?
I think if you're sitting there in San Francisco, you're always thinking, I don't want to play against Tom Brady. I'd like somebody to knock Tom Brady out. But I don't think either one of these teams, even though the Bucs went there and got blown out in San Francisco, again, I don't think that matters in the playoffs. It's what you do today.
Okay. We'll go with that, Coach. We'll go with that. When I look at Tampa Bay, let me play devil's advocate here, because I got them winning tonight, all right? But I will say this. I have been concerned by the drop-off in this team from Bruce Arians to Todd Bowles. And I love Todd Bowles. But explain to me what has been the difference between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now and what we saw from them the previous 2 seasons.
Well, I think number one in their offense, they've had offensive linemen hurt. Their running game hasn't been as solid. They haven't been as balanced. And then Tom Brady missing some time in camp, not getting that chemistry with his new receivers. That started to come, but they've been up and down on offense. Then on defense, some of the key guys have been hurt. They've been out of the lineup. Now they're putting it all back. They're getting their guys back healthy at the right time. So I think you're going to see the best of the Bucs for sure.
Okay.
Now, I know we're talking in the form of San Francisco. That's a whole nother booger bear I ain't even really attacked for the Dallas Cowboys right now.
No, you don't want no parts of that.
First things
first. I'll talk about that when it's time. But right now, the
won't
point is taking care of these. Okay. And San Francisco looked like the best team in football this past weekend. They got Deebo Samuel back to add to that. So whoever goes to San Francisco is going to have it. Well, when Dallas go to San Francisco, we're going to have an incredible challenge in front of us. Let me say this right. Let me speak the real. So I don't give you guys false hope because I'm not a false prophet, so I don't want to drop that kind of language on you. So when Dallas goes to San Francisco, they're going to have a tough battle because San Francisco matches up well against Dallas. They can score on offense and slow them down in the run game. But see, Tampa can't go on offense. They can't go on offense. That's why they don't y'all can't score on offense.
Can I change the subject? Because we've already talked about this. I want to switch gears real quick, Coach, while we have you, because I feel obligated to let you know what I said about a coach in the earlier show this morning. Brandon Staley for the Los Angeles Chargers. I said it's really pushing it to allow him to go home on a team plane. I mean, to blow that lead in that playoff. I know you'll probably disagree, but I just feel obligated to let you know I'm of the mindset with Sean Payton available. With the job that I saw, he don't need to be the coach of the Chargers. I want to know what you feel about people like myself who have that sentiment.
Well, everybody has an opinion, and it's going to be very difficult out there because the owner, the players, everybody's going to hear that for months probably. But I think you have to look at the whole grand scheme of things. And what has Brandon Staley done with this team? What has he done with the development of Justin Herbert? What has he done with the development of the defense? You lose one game, and it can happen. I talked on the show. We actually did the broadcast, and I said, don't go to sleep on this game at halftime because these can turn around. I was in a game, we're down 21 points, and we came back and won it. So it happens. You can't overreact to one half of one game. Look at the full cycle.
Can I ask this right quick, since you did go in that direction? The Lovie Smith situation.
Now, I'll go on the soapbox about that.
Let's get on a little bit of a box with me here, what you have to say.
And Steve Wilkes.
How in the world, and I don't care, and let's not make it a racial thing, how in the world, if you're an organization, can you make a decision, you hire a man, and then after 1 year you say it didn't work out? My coach, Chuck Noll, was 1-13 his first year. He won 4 Super Bowls. Your coach was 1-15 his first year, Jimmy Johnson. He won 2 Super Bowls. So if you can't support somebody and just say, hey, we had a long-term plan, and yeah, it didn't work that well the first year, but I know we're building in good shape. And when I watched the Texans this year, they took Kansas City into overtime. They took the Cowboys to the last play of the game. They played hard. They looked like a good team.
Let me chime in because both of you guys played and obviously coach and champions in the National Football League. I just reported on it. Let me say this. I applaud your position, Coach. You don't have to make it a racial issue. I will. Let me be very, very clear. David Culley, you did it to him the year before. You did it to Lovie Smith. Now, I went on national television and I said, black men need not apply for the head coaching job in the Houston Texans. The way that organization is right now, it is an atrocity. It is an abomination. And I'll take it a step further. I'm not happy anybody got fired. But when Cliff Kingsbury lost his job in Arizona, my issue was how you get the job in the first place. You never coached on the NFL level. You didn't produce on a collegiate level, but you got the job. And so I'm seeing, here's what we want and what we've always aspired for. This is MLK Day. We aspire for equality. Do the same thing to everybody. They don't. And that's the problem.
And I'll take the other side just a little bit.
Sure.
It happens, and you hire someone. I was here. We lost 8 of our first 9 games. Okay? And my owners came in and said, you know what? We're still with you. We hired you. You're our guy. And we believe in you. And we got it going. And we're in the playoffs the next year. Okay? Steve Wilkes didn't get that opportunity.
Right.
Okay? David Culley didn't get that opportunity. Lovie Smith didn't get that opportunity. And to me, that is wrong. You can't, look at Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Zach Taylor started out, I think they won 2 or 3 games his first year, 4 games, but now they're Super Bowl contenders because you have somebody that has your back and believes in you. If you're going to hire someone, give them a chance.
Give a chance.
Absolutely, and we all know Houston was not a one-year job. That was a project to turn that around. Gentlemen, I hate to cut off this conversation. I do have to get into a commercial break.